Hey everybody, this is TotalGamerJunkie. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. So I am here with Chapter 10 of Life is Strange, Steph's story. Let's get into it. Ask almost anyone from the Pacific Northwest what they like about living here and they'll tell you it's the mild winters, or the wildflowers in spring, or the summer hiking, but they're all lying. Fall is the season of Seattle. When the temperature drops, out come the cozy sweaters, coffee drinkers flock to cafes to get their pumpkin-flavored beverages, and scones, and muffins, and bread. The leaves begin changing color in October, a sunset of orange and yellow along every street. There's plenty to like about fall, like how I can wear a beanie every day and no one bats an eye, and of course Halloween, the second gayest holiday after Pride Month. But there are a lot of rainy days to get through before it's officially spooky season. One day in particular actually, October 11th begins, as so many fall days do in Seattle, with grey skies. I muddle my way through my morning routine, trying to brush my teeth with the wrong end of the toothbrush and toasting my Pop-Tart on the bagel setting so all the icing melts off. But I still don't realize what day it is until Dad makes an appearance, expression serious, eyes searching. "Wanna play hooky today and watch movies?" he asks. I bought a jumbo pack of popcorn and I've got the Lord of the Rings queued up, all three, extended editions. Make a day of it. What do you think? It sounds like a good day to me. I freeze, hand halfway to my keys on the counter. There's an audible thunderclap overhead and a deluge of rain crashes down onto the roof, a whole percussion section on its own. And maybe I should just stay home. My raincoat and boots will be a poor defense against the misery, both outside and inside. Dad's offered me such a tempting olive branch, and I know how the day will go. We'll fill up on junk food, swap trivia we both already know, and take turns shouting our favorite lines along with the actors. There will be a race to share that tidbit about Viggo Mortensen breaking his toe when he kicks the York helmet. That will require me to cover my eyes before Jennifer eats those cursed cherry tomatoes. For a pretty violent movie, that's got to be the most gruesome part. Like, my favorite part is of Lord of the Rings with Viggo Mortensen when he deflects a real sword with his prop sword. Well, the dagger with the prop sword. That was pretty cool that they managed to get that in the movie. Anyways, we'll get misty-eyed at each of the many endings of Return of the King. We'll have fun. It'll be a good day. But there will still be the truth hanging over us that Mum isn't here to enjoy it with us, and that even if she was, Dad would rather spend it with Renee. Why are you gonna be such like a Debbie Downer, Steph? Seriously, he's there with you. Spend the time with you. We still haven't talked about it. The Renee of it all, I definitely won't be the one to bring it up. I wouldn't really know what to say if I did. I'm almost 23 and that's old enough that I shouldn't care that my divorced dad has a new girlfriend. I'm not about to ruin this for him with my big feelings. Not today anyway. So you are planning to ruin it someday. Besides, that's just how we Gingriches do things. We wait until it's too late to do it in a normal way and just hope each other picks up on the context clues. It's worked for us so far. If by work you mean we know next to nothing about each other and still vastly prefer emails to face-to-face. And today promises to be full of face-to-face. Nah, I say, averting my eyes. I've got to work. You have fun without me. Full of a took that shouts after me, and I almost want to turn around, but I don't. I brace my shoulders against the storm and step out into the rain. I try to drown out the storm the rest of the day with music at the cafe and with drumming after work in Izzy's garage, but even noise-cancelling headphones aren't enough. My rhythm becomes erratic and sloppy until I'm no longer keeping time. I'm chasing it. Memories of Arcadia Bay slip through the cracks with each thunderclap. Wet wind whips my face as I run. I'm slow against such powerful gusts, and I can't even remember why I'm running. When I pause to look around, I barely recognize the streets. I know it, but it's obscured by the breeze flying through the air. An entire bush is uprooted nearby and flies into the air, spinning and swirling towards a massive grey vortex. Moving towards me from the bay for a moment. I just stand there, waiting to be swept away too. A hand lands on my shoulder and pulls me in the opposite direction. Come on, we have to get to the basement. Pleading eyes stare at me from a familiar brown face. Mikey's only 16, but he feels so much older than me in this moment, like he knows we will survive it. Okay, so this is a flashback to the storm. Okay, I didn't even realize we were having a flashback. I thought this is her running. Never mind. And we do. I remind myself of this until my heartbeat settles, until my drumsticks fall back under my control. The wood in my hands grounding me. I'm behind the drums in Izzy's garage. I'm not in Arcadia Bay. No one is anymore. Not really. See, I didn't even know we were having a flashback. Like, I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing to not know. There's a ripple of static and then Izzy's hands are on my cymbals, quieting them with her fingertips. She moves her mouth, words lost to the ripping winds in my mind. What? I say, but my own voice sounds so far away. I think if I can close my eyes, I'll find myself back in the basement with Mikey, rolling dice to keep our minds off the storm outside. Izzy reaches over and pulls the headphones off my ears. What's going on with you? She asks. You sped up like triple time during the bridge, and then you forgot about the kick. Guess I'm just off my game, I say, gritting my teeth. It's an understatement of epic proportions, but I'm not about to tell her that since our gig, she's been a real perfectionist at practice. I know she just wants us to be good, and I want us to be good too. I want her to think we're good, I want her to think I'm good. Well, get it together. We've got 2 weeks to get this right before our next show. She turns back to her amp to fiddle with the dials, giving me a second to breathe. But breath doesn't come. The rain takes this moment to double its intensity, hammering against the roof. I hold my phone close to my face, finger jammed in my other ear, trying to hear if it's even raining. Pick up, pick up, pick up, I chant. Mikey's sitting opposite me, lying on the couch and staring at his phone, waiting for Drew to call back. Oh, now we're in the flashback again. See, that's a bit confusing for me. I don't know when we're getting flashbacks. Alright, I won't bring it up anymore. It's been an hour and still nothing from his brother. There's a shallow pool of water on the floor, so my boots splash a little as I pace back and forth. The only thing giving me hope is that I still have service, which means Mum does too. Steph, Mum's voice crackles to life on the speaker. Mum, I yell in relief, making jelly off my limbs. The whole town's in rubble, it'll hit our house soon, I'm taking shelter, but her words grow steadier, louder, like it's this next bit that matters most. I love you, okay? Mum, I love you too. Steph, Izzy tones matches my own, and I don't realize until she grasps my shoulders and pulls me back up, eyes wild with worry, that I must have collapsed. Are you okay? I gulp down oxygen and try to shake her off. Yeah, but I can't even get the word out. What the F is going on with you? Izzy asks, but her voice isn't angry, so much as scared. There's a tremor in her words, and her forehead pinches as she peers down at me. Are you feeling okay? She presses the back of her hand to my forehead to feel for fever. And for all I know, I might have one. I feel hot and cold at the same time, hungry and nauseated, painfully alive, and as numb as a ghost. When was the last time you ate? Izzy asks. Could be a blood sugar thing, or I don't know. Are you like anemic or something? I shake my head, but the motion just makes me feel more out of the sorts and dizzy. I think I'm just tired, I say, trying to shrug it off. I push up to my feet and set my drumsticks on the snare. Maybe I should walk home in this rain. Izzy gives me a withering look. Absolutely not, you'll get soaked through. Okay, well you drive me then. The words came out harsher than I intended, but I'm too tense to be polite. I need to go home, I need to be there with her. Izzy's gaze softens as she searches my face. I think for a minute she's going to ask me who I'm talking about, and my stomach bottoms out. Because the home I'm talking about isn't the one on top of the hill in Queen Anne. It's the one in Arcadia Bay, the one that's nothing more than a pile of splinters and shattered glass, roof shingles scattered around the street like flower petals. But Izzy doesn't ask me anything. She just squeezes my arm and says, "I'll get the keys." "Thank you," I whisper, as she turns to go. But before she can so much as open the garage door, there's a loud click and the amp, space heater and the lights. They all go out, plunging us into darkness. It's easier to grieve in the dark. No one can see if there are tears on my face, if my eyes slide out of focus, if my lip quivers each time thunder sounds overhead. "You've got to be effing kidding me," Izzy breathes beside me. Guess practice is definitely over then. I can tell she's trying to joke. Probably she cracked a smile. But I can't see it in the dark. "Sorry, Steph," she rubs a hand up my arm. "The streets are going to be a mess with the lights out. I think we should stay put." And she's right. Rational thought rushes back to me in a wave, and I feel heat creep up my neck at the thought of my outburst. It's stupid to go home. Yeah, Dad's there, but it's not like last time. There isn't the same kind of storm. Seattle's a rainy place. He'll be fine. I'll be fine. We'll all be fine. I whip out my phone and turn on the flashlight. It's not much, but I can see Izzy's face in the ghostly glow, contorted halfway between concern and panic. With my other hand, I reach up her waist and give her a squeeze. "You're totally right. Let's just camp out here." I nod, along with my words, trying to sell myself as much as her on the concept. "We can have a good old-fashioned slumber party." "Yeah?" Izzy relaxes in my grip. I never really had one of those growing up. You know, parents were sometimes weird about gender and sleepovers. "Okay, well, now we have to." I throw my hand up to cast the beam of light a little wider, revealing a path through all our stuff to the door. "We're gonna need a few things though. Do you have any candles?" A smile sneaks onto Izzy's face. She's still hesitant, probably totally weirded out about how I was acting before. But there's also a spark in her eyes, illuminated by my flashlight, that makes me want to pull out all of the stops. She deserves to know what it's like to stay up until a ridiculous hour, talking about silly shit and sharing secrets and eating the weirdest combinations of junk food imaginable. I'm going to make this the best slumber party ever, and maybe I'll even forget about the storm. We cobbled together a passable blanket fort in the garage, held up by my cymbals and a few dining room chairs. We fill the insides with throw pillows and the big comforter from Izzy's bed. We paint our nails in the light of a Lady Gaga votive candle, and after trying all the snacks, we determined that a BBQ potato chips sandwich with a peach gummy ring in the middle is the ultimate combo. "What else do people do at sleepovers?" Izzy asks. She sits cross-legged, holding her newly painted toes, alternating black and purple. The light flickers over her face, an orange glow that matches our new culinary invention. "You said something about secrets?" "Yeah, like sometimes you play games like Truth or Dare." I run my finger along the bottom of the chip bag, searching for crumbs. "Okay, Truth or Dare?" I ask. Izzy's practically bouncing. "It's cute, so cute. I hope she picks Dare." "Truth." I narrow my eyes in thought before asking, who was your cringiest childhood crush?" "No." Izzy hides her face behind her hands. "What if I don't want to say?" "You could always pick Dare." I waggle my eyebrows suggestively. "Or you could be like me and have no shame whatsoever." "What do you mean? Who was your cringy childhood crush?" That is so not how the game works, but I'll give you this one as a freebie. You know The Incredibles? Did you like Violet? She slaps her hair back. She kinda looks like me. I could do a cosplay if you're into that. Oh, I'd be very into that, but no, not her. Okay, well the mom is hot too. She has the... what? It's like her mom looks hot too. She has an absolute dump truck. Who the hell says that about women's ass? Wait, then who are you saying you're attracted to if it's not? And also not the mom, then who is it? Oh my god, who? Edna Mode. What? Edna. Even the skinny lady that works the syndrome, she's hotter than Edna. Edna Mode. Fashion icon and short queen. I give a little flourish with my hand and say in my best Edna voice, "No capes." That was a funny line. Izzy bursts out laughing. Okay, taste. She's amazing. No, she's not. Like as a character, yes, but like, you're talking about attractiveness, no. Right, your turn. Fine. She gives me a sheepish look, like a little embarrassed, mostly excited, but she's actually having a good time. Sarah Michelle Gellar. Alright, now that's better. Are you kidding, Buffy? That's not cringe, I start to say. But Izzy holding up a finger to stop me. You didn't let me finish. Sarah Michelle Gellar. Specifically as that Daphne in the Scooby-Doo movies. Now it's my turn to laugh. I flop back onto the pillows and throw my hands over my face. Those purple outfits though, iconic? It sure was a look. I guess you're not into I guess you're not super into femmies anymore though, I ask. I can't remember the last time I wore a dress, and Izzy or Leah always have to do my makeup for me. Anxiety pulls in my stomach as I glance over at her, worried I'll see a lie behind her eyes when she reassures me. Izzy tilts her head and lets out a hum. I don't think I was ever really into femmies actually. It was more of a do I want her or do I want to be her thing, if that makes sense. Like, speaking of Buffy, Cordelia was a little bit of a trans awakening for me. Another amazing choice. Although I was always more of a Willow girl myself. Okay, my turn. Truth or dare? There. I sit up eagerly, but her face falls a little, clearly disappointed I didn't pick truth. Oh, okay. What do I even need to do? Something stupid, something gross, something sexy. I shimmer my shoulders. In the end, she dares me to eat a spoonful of mayonnaise, so something gross for sure. We volley back and forth, her always picking truth, and me always picking dare, until finally she groans and flops over on her stomach. When are you gonna pick truth? I'm running out of weird stuff to make you eat. I'll pick truth when you pick dare, I say with a mischievous grin. Okay, fine, I'll pick dare, I promise, but it's your turn. I cross my arms and pull my knees to my chest. Okay, truth. The word rushes out of me, heavy and hard because I know what she's going to ask. And sure enough, why don't you like storms? It's not that I don't like storms, it's more that they don't like me, I say. But the attempt at humor falls flat and Izzy's silent patience weighs me down until I feel as though I'll never rise from the floor until I tell her. There was a storm back home, in Arcadia Bay, where I'm from. And not like a little one, a really big one, like apocalyptic. The whole town got destroyed. A lot of people died. And then in a voice so small I almost don't believe it's my own, I add, my mom died. Usually when I tell people about my mom, they say they're sorry. I hate it. It's not their fault she died. And honestly, it's hard to tell if they're sorry it happened, or if they're sorry they asked. But it's the only thing they can say, really. What else is there? Izzy doesn't say anything, just moves closer until her body is pressed against mine. She wraps her arms around me and tucks her face into my neck. She holds me like I haven't been held in a long time. Maybe I like I haven't been held ever. Zorel's reading it wrong. Today is the anniversary, I say after a long silence. It was 3 years ago. Most of the time I can just, not think about it. But sometimes it catches up to me, especially when it rains. Thank you for telling me that, Izzy says against the nape of my neck. And it's so much better than sorry. To be thanked like what I've... To be... Oh, sorry, it's to be thanked, I thought it was to think. To be thanked like what I've said matters, like it's the best part of me instead of some tragic backstory to be hidden away. I turn over in her arms and press our noses together. Your turn. There. I dare you to kiss me. And she does. Her mouth is warm and her hands pull at my shirt, at my hair, at my heart. We tangle ourselves in each other until I forget the storm. Eventually, Izzy blows out the candle and settles against me to sleep. I close my eyes and let the press of her body lull me towards slumber. My limbs are heavy, my mind heavier, but then she whispers my name, and when I don't respond, she rises up on her elbows and runs a hand down my side. Truth, she whispers and leads in close. I love you. I should feel happy, I think. I should feel light as air. I should feel like saying it back. But the last person I said it to died right after. so I keep my eyes shut and let my breathing slow. Maybe in the morning, when the rain has stopped, I'll be able to tell Izzy how she makes me feel. Maybe by then I'll know.